My name is Meng and I am a full stack developer at BHP currently. First time I heard about SheCodes was when I was still at university, and I think it was through friends of friends, and we were all keen to, get our hands dirty in some coding. I joined SheCodes in 2019, I think, when I came back to Australia from studying overseas, and I had just been overseas studying computer science, and I guess I was very interested in SheCodes because I wanted to give back to the community, and I felt that space that was provided by SheCodes was very much in alignment to what I wanted to do, and it fit my, skill set at that time. It's amazing to see all these women from different walks of life, different paths that they've walked, to come into SheCodes and from the one-day workshops to the flash programs to, the 6-month programs, seeing them transition to a technical career and helping them through that transition, I think, has been very rewarding. As a female in tech, often, you're the minority in a group. So it's also really awesome most of the time when you go to conferences and you see these women who have gone through the SheCodes program, and then you meet these people in these more technical spaces and you feel, less siloed and by yourself. There's a vast array of learnings associated or being part of this program. So that can be from soft skills to technical skills as well, as you mentioned. I think the main highlights for me is probably having the patience. These women are embarking on this journey from various points in their careers. So it's almost, having the ability to translate very technical terms to a non-technical audience to start off with. So that requires a lot of patience, and then slowly transitioning to a more technical discussion as they progress along on that journey. So I think that's been pretty awesome. I love being a mentor. I think I'm still quite early on in my own career. So to be able to try and solidify my own learnings by trying to explain difficult concepts to someone else, I think that's really a good way to learn, which is through teaching. So that's one of the main benefits, I think. I think everyone has their own strengths that they can bring to being a mentor. It doesn't just require a single strength. Whatever you can offer, whether that be technical or non-technical skills, I think just give it a go. It's a really rewarding situation you can be in, where you can help someone transition from where they are and where they want to be. Being part of this community has definitely benefited my career positively. The network of individuals who don't just come from a certain company, but a vast array of people from different technology and, let's say, industries within, started off in Perth, but other spaces as well. I think that's been a really great experience, even from what I've heard from previous alumni. They think that being part of this community of SheCoders has definitely helped, not just in my own career, but in others' careers as well. It's always fast-paced and quite moving. You're not stagnant. I think a trait about myself is that I am quite impatient, and I like to see instant reactions. So my undergraduate studies originally was in something that was kind of slower moving. So, macroeconomics, things transition over time quite slowly. When I moved into tech, that was one of the main drivers where I wanted instant gratification. Whether or not code's going to work or it's going to break. And I think, that's really exciting to be able to iterate quite quickly and then mold yourself to whatever direction you want to go in. I think the barrier to entry is quite low. You don't have to be an expert in everything. You can just grow over time and then move yourself into that position. And I think that's, probably the most exciting thing about tech, which is, to be able to change and adapt as you need. Just do it. I know people were like, oh, so easy to say once you're in tech or whatever. But I think, if you are really unsure, you are waiting to see if there's going to be a sign that tells you that you should change, I think that you should just take maybe baby steps. If you're really cautious, that you can come to the one-day workshops. That's literally just one Saturday. And then I guess if you are more interested, there's different pathways to transition to a career in tech. But just do it. I definitely don't think it's too late to move into tech. I've definitely mentored women who have brought their mums along because they have worked maybe a little bit in tech or dabbled in it earlier in their careers, but then they felt like it wasn't the career for them, and then they spiked an interest. So I think it's not ever too late. I like to think about the critique that I've been seeing quite a bit lately, where people were like, oh, there's a massive hype around people who are like, before they're 30, they've achieved all these things, right? But where do you ever see, as someone who's written a memoir about, becoming a doctor when they're 70, having gone through, raised 3 children, having to go through all these different paths to achieve what they want, but later on in life. So I don't think that's ever a problem. Age is not a barrier, I don't feel like. I think there's a lot of connotations and stigma, I guess, around what a traditional coder looks like. And I think She Codes does a really good job of breaking down those stereotypes. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room to be a coder. I think one of the best things I've ever learned is having a mentor who breaks those stereotypes, and always, I think the number one thing you probably need to be a coder is curiosity. It's not about being the smartest person or asking the right questions, about being perfect all the time. It's definitely a part of the process, and it's a learning process for everyone.